'tis the season to stuff your face and forget about your fitness goals, because 2025 is done. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's start again in January, is what most of you are thinking right now. I don't blame you, it's difficult. You've got work parties left, right and centre, after work drinks linked to Christmas parties. You've got loads of work to do as well, because it's Q4 and everyone's trying to finish up nice and sharp for the year and get everything done. You've got your wife feeding you mince pies and glasses of champagne when you get home, because that's that time of year. It's very, very difficult. And let me tell you something right now, the gym or your fitness in general, your diet, all linked together is probably the thing that's on the back burner the most right now. And December is one of those tricky months where there's two types of people in December. You're either someone who's been killing it the last few months and is trying to stay on track with struggle, or you're someone who is just a complete write-off for the year and is trying to make sure you don't absolutely fuck yourself over come January time. You don't want to be starting January 5, maybe 10's a bit far, but let's call it 5 kilograms heavier than you were throughout this year, because you're going to add on a whole other month of fat loss for yourself. It's going to be even more difficult. So whilst people think December is a bit of a throwaway month for your fitness goals because you can always fix it in January, it's actually a big decider for next year, because the work you put in now or the damage you control now is going to be massively important for next year. And look, you're busy right now and you're going to go through a bit of a quiet period, but guess what? It's going to pick up again at some point, right? And at that point again, you're going to have even more weight to get off and you're going to be even busier work. So it's really important that we lock in for December and make it the best month possible. Now, December's not all about perfection. It's not about making it a perfect month, making loads of progress. It's about putting the right systems in place to stop you from having an absolutely awful month. So most guys don't fail because of calories, right? And over consuming loads of calories. It's not actually the main problem. The main problem is their structure collapses completely. So their whole routine that they've been following all year round over the last few months is gone completely. And without that structure, everything is off track. People travel a lot, people are off work, like I just mentioned, so there's no routine and structure in place. So that collapse is actually what causes the calorie increase, not actually the calories themselves, right? The point of this video is we're going to go through some simple rules to avoid all the hard work, to avoid undoing all the hard work that you've done so far for the year, okay? And this isn't about perfection. It's not about getting you a six-pack in December. It's about not being a stupid cunt and ruining yourself for next year, okay? December isn't hard because of food. It's hard because your routine falls apart. That's the big one. And your goal this month isn't fat loss. It's about damage limitation, okay? So let's get into it. So the big thing is with the routine drop, training drops, which means steps tend to drop, sleep tends to drop with more alcohol, hunger increases, and then from there you make worse decisions. That's usually the cycle we go into. And it's that psychology thing where your thoughts become your feelings and your feelings become your behavior. So all through Christmas time, you're out of your routine. These thoughts start to creep up on you because your training's dropping, your steps drop, your sleep drops, you get more stressed at Christmas time. Well, not more stressed, but you're sleeping less, your hunger's higher, which means you're going to increase your hunger and eventually make worse decisions around alcohol and calories overall, okay? Events all clustered together, office parties, Christmas dinner, drinks, trips, etc. And then all of a sudden, the all or nothing mindset kicks in after a while. You know, you miss one day training or you have one bad day of nutrition and you press the fuck it button, and the fuck it button can last up to 2 or 3 weeks at a time, okay? Then you go through reset mode in January and you still are stuck in this spiraling behavior of all or nothing. You're pushing a super restricted diet, you're trying to work out every single day, you're trying to run between tube stops, and before you know it, you burnt yourself out and you haven't created a system in place to get you the results you want for next year, okay? So we have to avoid that spiral and we have to avoid that all or nothing behavior, okay? December is not the month to start a deficit if you're inconsistent right now. And fucking happens because of repeated overeating and inactivity, not one meal. It's important to remember that. Now, a lot of the time when you come back from Christmas and you're heavier, it's from water weight, not actual fat gain itself. There will be some fat gain there, but there is going to be a lot of water weight involved too. So when you do come back and the weight is a little bit heavier, and even if you've been on track, don't stress it too much, okay? So there's one decision you need to make, first of all. There's 2 paths to go down. And the question you have to ask yourself and the decision you need to make is, am I in momentum right now? Or am I barely hanging on right now? Because there's 2 very different types of people. There's path A, the people that should definitely push, and that's the guys who are already consistent, okay? They've got 2 to 3 weeks left as I speak right now until Christmas. They should definitely push because they're already tracking. They're already training 3 or 4 times a week. They're already seeing progress, which is a massive one. And they're in a low stress, good rhythm right now. They've got control over their work schedule. They've got control over their training schedule, and nutrition systems are in place. For those people who've had a coach a lot of the year, people who are already 5, 10, 15 kilograms down, whatever it might be, those people are the ones to keep on pushing and not stop right now. Any stopping right now will set you back for the new year. And whilst it's not the end of the world, you've still got 2 or 3 weeks to make great progress. That could be another 2 to 3 kg lost. When you see your family at Christmas time, you're looking amazing. That's path 1. Those people should keep on pushing and keep doing what they're doing, and we'll put some strategies in place in a minute to help those people too. Path B is to maintain, alright? And this is where most people are at this time of the year. Most people that I speak to who are other clients, I've got some clients right now who just can't get their head into their nutrition right now. That's fine, they're only human. Even myself, I'm struggling as a coach, you know, I have to battle this stuff too. So most guys and girls are in a position right now where they're not in a routine. Their work is crazy, like I've just mentioned. Life load is high. Weekends are stacked up going into the Christmas period. And for those people, it is not the right time to start their fat loss journey, but it's also definitely not the right time to throw their progress out the window and sabotage themselves going into the new year. But there are things that can be done in the meantime. So for those people, the goal should definitely for now be to maintain their progress. Your goal, if you're on path B, is to get to the new year with damage control, being in the same weight as you are now, or maybe even just half a kilo heavier. It's not the end of the world. And guess what? If you're eating a high sodium diet of all your favorite foods, mince pie, fucking shepherd's pie, Christmas cake, you know, sausage, pigs in blankets, it's making me hungry. All that stuff is going to cause you to gain weight just through holding on to water. So if you can get back from Christmas half a kilo heavier, that is not the end of the world, okay? So that is your goal if you're in a maintenance phase right now and you're not in a good sort of momentum, is to come back with damage control, not being too heavy in the new year, okay? So maintenance does not equal coasting, okay? Maintenance equals protecting your muscle, your routine, and your identity, okay? So we're still making sure we train a consistent 2 to 3 times a week. We're still trying to stay in your routine as much as you can. So we're focused on low-hanging fruit still trying to get your steps in and not being totally inactive, sat on the sofa all Christmas doing nothing. And just not throwing things out the window completely. So what I would say is the big thing is you're not probably going to be super tight on data, because data is the thing that's going to stress you out around this time of year. Like trying to be perfect with data and tracking all your food and steps and training. It's just about continue to try and stay on your feet, keep one eye on the diet and not go too far with it, and still trying to train once or twice a week to keep yourself in the game, alright? So, the 3 rules I give every client in December, need to knock the table over. The 3 rules I give every client every single December is 2 to 3 non-negotiable training sessions a week, okay? Don't chase PRs, keep it full body or upper lower. Sessions are going to anchor your week nutrition-wise, step-wise. And if training goes, everything goes. So the training is the anchor in your week. You'll notice when you're on a fat loss phase, if you're not training 2 to 3 times a week, it's a lot harder mentally for you to tap into your fat loss routine, okay? Dieting is fucking hard. It requires a lot of resilience. You'll be in a fat loss phase for 12 weeks, 24 weeks, maybe even 52 weeks. It's going to be a long time in a calorie deficit. That's exhausting. You're tired all the time. You're going to snap at your partner, right? If your training goes, you lose all of your mental toughness and your momentum going through your fat loss. It's a long, extended period of time. So training goes, everything goes. That's the anchor in your week. So still getting 2 to 3 non-negotiable training sessions in a week, whether it's running, lifting, whatever it might be, okay? Even if it's half an hour, it's better than nothing. And the minimum effective dose is your friend right now, okay? Train to maintain. Rule number 2 is 1 anchor meal per day, okay? The biggest December killer is chaotic eating, having no routine with your food and just picking at things. Every time someone offers you something, you take it. There's no routine in place, no structure, okay? So, your anchor meal is going to be the same meal every single day. High protein, low calorie, and no surprises, alright? It prevents you from pressing the fucking bucket. Bugger. Prevents you from pressing the fuck it button and going to fuck it mode after one bad meal. So, A little bit early for this right now, but in the second, third week of Christmas time, if you're getting to a point where you've got all of these different social events coming up and all this food coming your way, the best thing for you to do is have that one meal late morning or midday, just super high in protein and low in calories, all right? So if I know I'm going out for a Christmas dinner and I'm going to consume about 2,000 calories and I'm there, I'm going to say, right, I'm going to have a 500 calorie meal at lunchtime and that's going to be it. That could be a chicken salad, that could be Greek yogurt. God, I mean, those two are the best ones right there. Chicken salad, Greek yogurt. Anything really that's low fat, low carb and high protein based. Cleanest meal possible, okay? So then you're going to go into the evening time at your Christmas dinner with so much space available for calories, all right? And this could be done over Christmas Day, it could be done over Boxing Day, it could be done in the final week up until Christmas, all right? Omelet's a good one, Greek yogurt bowl, chicken, rice and vegetables, something super clean is going to fill you up, okay? And even if you're someone who hates eating the same foods each day, having a 2 to 3 meal selection can really keep you sane, having that one meal a day up until your big dinner at night time, okay? Rule number 3 is using the 80% rule at social events. So you're not skipping events, you're just avoiding stupid behavior, all right? You're going to have a lot of stuff coming up over the next few weeks, so we can't just go gung-ho at every single one because you're going to come back so much heavier than you went away, okay? Eat or drink to 80% satisfaction. Don't binge the next morning either. Hangover eating causes more fat gain than a night out itself, all right? So we're going to front load protein during the day. We're going to go for walks in the morning after, and no back-to-back blowouts as well, okay? You've got to try and sort of pick your social events to the ones that matter the most, all right? Something I'm quite good at. I'm quite good at saying no to people. I don't really give a fuck about upsetting people. But you have to make sure you set boundaries for yourself, okay? So that 80-20 rule at social events is really important. And when you're at an event, and you do go over your calories, and you do eat a bit too much, that's fine. Be level-headed with yourself, and don't spiral the next day into the next bad thing. Just get back on track and try and have a good mindset around it. Because let's say you eat 3,000 calories and you go over your calorie target by 500 calories or 1,000 calories, probably just maintain for a day. And hey, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been 3,500, 4,000 calories, okay? So try not to lose your head completely. Here's some common mistakes to avoid. All or nothing dieting, yo-yoing. After one bad day, trying to starve yourself and then eventually going even more high with calories. So that could be in the new year, it could be around Christmas time. Ghosting your coach. Fuck me, I know a lot about this one at the moment. Ghosting your coach or yourself because you feel guilty. Guys, your coach is not there to slander you and make you feel bad about your food decisions. Keep knocking this table. They are there to support you during this time. I'm going to eat more than usual at Christmas time. 100%. I'm going to gain a little bit of body fat at Christmas time. 100%. So why do I have a go at my clients for doing the same thing? It makes no sense. So your coach is there to support you. And if they do have a go at you and make you feel guilty, it's time to get a new coach, for fuck's sake, all right? We're only human, all right? And all our job as coaches is not to please you, it's to coach you positive behaviors that's sustainable for the long term. Stop training entirely. That's another one that people make common mistakes with. They go, right, I'm going to take a week or two off the gym. Don't do that. It's not worth it. You guys don't train hard enough to take deload weeks or week offs. You probably don't train that hard. You're not professional bodybuilders. You're not athletes. You don't need a week off the gym, right? If you do feel knackered at this time of year and you're like, I need to just lower my training intensity a little bit, that's fine. Don't completely go off the gym. If you need a deload week, still take a deload week, but go lighter. But don't just not go to the gym or not go out on runs or not play football entirely, whatever your training is. Try and do something. You know, if you like boxing, still go out and shadow box in the streets, do something, right? If you love playing football and your football's off this time of year, go to the park, kick a ball about, do something. If you love the gym and all the gyms are shut, do some calisthenics, do something, okay? Even just walking itself is better than doing nothing. If you say I'm going to do 15,000 steps a day, that itself is a training session right there. That's like an hour and a half of walking. It's longer than that, actually. Pretending that January is a magical reset. You know, it's something I'm guilty of too. You think, well, January's coming anyway, it'll be fine. If you're someone who's got 10 to 20 kilograms to lose, I'm sorry to break it to you, that could already take you 6 months to get off. If you're going to take into account weeks where you go off track, weeks where shit comes up, when it hits the fan, where you're busy, you go on holiday, it's really going to take you up to 6 months to get this done, all right? By you having a bad Christmas and having another 5 kilos to the frame, it could last you 7, 8, 9 months to lose body fat. So don't fuck yourself over, it's not worth it. Where was I? So yeah, January's not a magic reset. You have to make sure you police yourself through December properly, okay? January doesn't fix habits either. It amplifies whatever momentum you bring into it. So use December as a time where you try and fix certain habits. Not fix them, but try and improve certain habits, all right? Try and compare your December this year to December last year. I've had Decembers where I've gone home. I've literally come back to London 5 kilograms heavier than when I left, all right? It's not my mum's fault. It's my fault. And that's genuinely happened so many times. So every single year, what I've tried to do the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm being dead serious here, I do this every single year. I try and improve my December each year, because I used to literally gain 5 or 6 kilos every time. Now I might gain half a kilo, and that to me is a massive win. All right, I'm just like you guys. I'm not perfect. I love a beer. I love a bit of cake. I love going out for dinners. I love eating crap. All right, I'm just like you guys. All right, we all do. For fuck's sake. Okay, so try and compare your December to last year too. That's another good bit of advice. I forgot my notes, but it's a good one. But January is going to fix your habits. It's time for you to work on your habits throughout December. Most guys start the year from -20, and your goal is to start the year from 0 to +10. I have no idea what that means. It's in my notes, so I have no fucking idea why I wrote that. Anyway, what success actually looks like in December. I was reading that then being like, this makes no sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. What success actually looks like in December, okay? The scales might fluctuate, and that's absolutely fine. It's going to happen, all right? It's going to be water weight holding on for the most part. Consistency is better than perfection. There will be some days of a Christmas where you overeat or you drink too much, but try and stay consistent throughout the month at a certain baseline, all right? Success is showing up at even 60%, whether that's going out for a walk each day, whether that's trying to get some training done, whether it's your diet. Even if you show up at 60%, that's better than showing up with no intent at all, okay? And aim to protect habits, not destroy them as well. If you maintain or gain even just 1 or 2 kilos instead of 4 or 6 kg, it's a massive win. And if you keep training, that's a massive win too. And if you can keep 1 or 2 habits alive, you're already ahead of 90% of people too. People will give up at this time of year massively. Watch everyone in January in the gym when they come back. They're all going to have a double chin. They're all going to be struggling on the treadmill, feeling weaker when they're lifting the weights. So you're going to be there exactly how you were before you left, because you were still at 50% throughout Christmas time, okay? So, if I was going to summarize this, guys, the main things I'd say is make sure nutrition targets are on point, okay? So 1 anchor meal around midday, skip breakfast, have a late breakfast, or just have lunch, and it's a 500 calorie meal, which is super clean, and that will give you so much freedom into the evening time, okay? Still make sure you're training, so still get some training done, even if it's just going for long walks, if it's training calisthenics at home, or doing some shadow boxing, or going for a light jog, still do some sort of training, don't fall off completely. And then number 3, I would say, make sure that you're controlling your emotions the whole time, okay? So controlling your thoughts, which then relate to your feelings, which then relate to behavior, okay? And that's why training is also so important too, because you can regulate your thoughts, okay? If you're constantly sat at home and just eating all the time, start to feel a bit depressed, feel a bit sorry for yourself. Oh, I'm just going to take this time off, and I've worked so hard this year. That is your thoughts, which will become your feelings, which will become your behaviors, okay? So still try and get out and be as active as possible, because we want to reset your thought process to say, no, I'm going to stay in the game and try to go back to the big city in January, round as a snowman, okay? So guys, hopefully you found it useful. A quick summary is in the basics going into Christmas time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys do want an early bird discount to my coaching, which I'm only offering through this video, DM me a word YouTube, and we can hop on a quick call. And you don't need to start your coaching right now. We'll get everything set up for you, and we'll start your program at 1st of January, okay? But we can offer an early bird discount of 20% off. And then when you start January 1st, they'll be all there ready for you, okay? So yeah, DM me on YouTube if you want to get involved in the offer, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the new year. If I don't, fuck it, join the program whenever you want. Have a great Christmas. See you in the next one.